What's going on, everybody? Cosplay here, and we have another early access Marvel Rivals video. Don't worry, this isn't going to be like the last video where I had that really sophisticated accent as I was going through this season's Battle Pass. That won't be happening here. I'm talking my normal voice, but still dripped out for the Hellfire Gala. In this video, I'm going to be going over Emma Frost, the new character in Season 2. I'm going to be going over her kit, her abilities, cosmetics, that whole thing. So yeah. Alright, here we are at the Hero Select menu, and Emma Frost is one of the first characters you'll see, so you don't have to scroll down for her. Got the little intro animation. Alright, so Emma Frost is a Vanguard, so she is like Doctor Strange or Groot. They're meant to soak up damage and, push the objective or protect the healers. Alright, so she's level 3 difficulty, so for Emma Frost, war is the purest form of art. With her formidable telepathic abilities, she intricately weaves a deadly mental web that ensnares her foes, while her indestructible diamond form lets her lead her teammates fearlessly into the fray. Forever elegant and composed, Emma reigns as one of the true queen of the battlefield. I very much like the little crystal lines on her shoulder pads and all across her uniform. Like there's little X-Men Easter eggs like on the boots and on the back. I gotta say it. Why is she so hot? Marvel Rivals, what are you doing? I'm not complaining, but you are not beating the allegations here. Oh my Lanta. Oh, goodness gracious. Yeah, alright, the cosmetics. Her standard one. And then her recolor, which costs about 600 cosmetic currency, the blue sapphire. Yes, white has always been my signature, but I never anticipated how stunning blue would look on me. And then we have her buyable cosmetic from the shop called X Revolution. Well, don't worry, darling. Emma's here to save the day. First appearing in Uncanny X-Men #1 from 2013. So it's got more of a black approach as opposed to her normal white outfit. And it's basically black and gold as opposed to white and blue. Although I'm very curious, how do you fight in heels? To all the characters in fiction and those who can actually fight in heels, I'm very impressed. I don't know how you can do that. Alright, so we've got 2 MVP screens. We have her default one. Very simple. She just, she's walking up, grabs you by the neck and blows a kiss. Oh my Lanta. And then the MVP screen for the X Revolution suit. Progress under pressure. Now, I'm not too familiar with the event, so I don't really know what it's referencing. But still, it's pretty fire. The 2 emotes. We have her default one where she's blowing a kiss. And then the one that came with the suit is minor detail. So, what exactly is she doing? It looks like she's grabbing a gemstone. Oh no, it's just the thing there. I didn't read the comic event, so I don't know what that's insinuating. And here's the spray that it came with. Alright, so let's go over her abilities. Her normal attack is a telekinetic pulse. Fire a psionic beam to deal damage. The longer the beam hits, the higher the damage. So it's basically like Iron Man's Unibeam, so it has a charge. And then while she's in her diamond form, her main attack is basically a melee. So she can either be long range or close range. Alright, so her right click in her diamond form is just a kick that can knock back enemies, and it does extra damage if they're against the wall. While she's in her normal form, her right click creates a little shield. So it's kind of like, who's the character? It's kind of like Invisible Woman. Invisible Woman can put up shields, but instead of just healing, it just absorbs damage. Alright, for her E ability, So seize control of an enemy's sentience. Damage dealt to the sentience cascades to the physical form and can be pierced by telekinetic pulse. When the sentience shatters, and unleashes extra damage. So it's kind of like pulling a bit of your mental essence that can be attacked, and it does more damage. So like this is very good for taking on those like more spongy characters like Groot here. And then in her diamond form, her Carbon Crush. In her diamond form, lunge forward, grab an enemy, then execute a backspan. Then we have Carbon Crush. In her diamond form, lunge towards an enemy, grab them, then execute a backslam to inflict a damage. Now, as we saw in her character trailer, they actually used the Carbon Crush with the Crystal Kick. They comboed it. Instead of, at first I thought it was going to be one big move, turns out it was just a combo. And left shift activates her diamond form. Her diamond form allows you to transform your attack style while gaining damage reduction and becoming unstoppable. So a lot of attacks that like push you or like will stun you won't. But I wonder if there's a cooldown to switch between, or is it like a permanent thing? And then obviously her ultimate is Psionic Seduction. Project a forward psychic assault that stuns foes and prevents them from unleashing their ultimate abilities. If the effect lingers, it gradually commands their mind, forcing them to move towards Emma Frost. So this can be very good for like getting a bunch of enemies together to combo with like a Jeff ult or a maximum pulse from Iron Man. So it does a lot of good damage on its own, but it's also great for comboing just, enemies that have, not enemies, allies that may have like a great AoE ultimate ability. And for her team up is Mind Link that can be used with Magneto and Psylocke. So Emma Frost can form a mental link with Magneto and Psylocke, calling on her to create illusion-y projections. When together, Emma Frost will create a mental projection of either one, forming a duplicate illusion in the enemy's perspective that confuses foes by moving and casting abilities on its own. So it looks like the fake ones can still use powers, while the actual version of them is like charging up an ult or moving away to heal. So it's kind of like a bait and switch. I genuinely think Emma Frost can be very dangerous. Like if used properly, like this seems like an amazing Vanguard to have on your team. Alright, lore. Forged in Hellfire. So basically, a summarized version is Emma Frost went to Storm and Magneto, the only other mutants on Krakoa who were help leading it, and basically was like, hey, let's do a Hellfire Gala. Let's show the people of this new world that us mutants exist, and we are here to stay. Alright, so that's basically her kit breakdown. Let's head over to the training area and just have a hands-on approach at her playstyle.
Unlike some X-Men, I don't care who hates and fears me.
Alright. So let's try her primary fire. It looks like there's a build-up on her ability. And a pretty quick cooldown on her reload power. Not that long of a range, though. What happens when you reach 100%? I wonder if it says it on our passive.
Some uninvited guests.
So yeah, I don't know what that does.
Gone and already forgotten.
I'll put it there. Yeah, that blocks damage. It's got about 500. And you can summon it back at any time. Then... And this switches her to her diamond form. Okay, so it has a time limit and a 15-second cooldown. What does someone do? Right, this summons the...
You deserved that, dear.
Summons that and does more damage.
Some uninvited guests.
Alright, what's the maximum range on her ability? 30, 25, 20, 15. Oh, wow. It's like 13, 14 meters is her, like, max range.
Gone and already forgotten.
Which makes sense, because she's a vanguard. She's meant to push the objective or, like, protect healers. She's not meant for, like, long-range combat. Okay, so she just has a regular jump, so she doesn't really have much mobility. So, like, a quick character like Spider-Man or Black Panther or Magic can, like, do, like, chip damage and then swing away. So she doesn't really have that much mobility to work with. Let's switch to our other alternate outfits. Let's go with Blue Sapphire for a bit.
The only thing stronger than my skin is my mind. Ah, look who's here.
Okay, so she can kind of attack flying characters, but again, with only like a 13-meter range, she's definitely not going to be taking care of a Spider-Man. Not Spider-Man, Iron Man is up close and personal. And it looks like her melee, she doesn't actually hit people. She just, does a little thing and does like a mind attack. I wonder what it is in her diamond form.
You were beneath me.
Yes, so the combo is grab and then kick. So let's wait for that to recharge and then we'll do it again. So do that, grab, boom, and kick. Come on.
Gone and already forgotten.
So it looks like you can't use it for too long. Which makes sense because it would be very broken otherwise.
Ah, look who's here.
Alright, so it's grab, boom, kick.
Did you even train for this?
Yeah, and even canceling it early doesn't slow down the cool. Doesn't lower the cooldown is what I meant to say. Honestly, 15-second cooldown for how long does this last? For 8 seconds? That's honestly a pretty fair trade-off.
How embarrassing.
That's pretty fair. Like, and she's not like impervious to damage, even though she says impervious. She just has damage reduction. So, does this? I believe. Yeah, this just gives us Hulk. If I spawn, does it show them in the custom I got? No. Okay. Huh. Okay, so... Okay, yeah, so when you grab and slam someone, it's gonna turn you around. So if you want to throw them off the edge, you have to be away from the ledge. Okay, so again, level 3 difficulty there takes a level of strategy. Like, then grab, boom, kick. Yeah, so you have to be facing away from the place you want to be. Like, you can't just...
How embarrassing.
Yeah, you can't just aim it, so... It is a matter of placement as well.
Some uninvited guests.
Alright, we'll go for X Revolution suit.
I proudly wear the X.
Okay, so if you hold down the button, like you press it, it just shows up. But you can hold it and push it. How far can you push it? Wow, that's a really long range. So like if you're like far away from an ally, but you know there's going to be an ult coming, you can just go, nope. Sorry, I have stick drift on my controller.
You deserved that, dear.
Yeah, 8 seconds for a diamond form is in a 15-second cooldown.
Some uninvited guests. Double kill! You were beneath me.
What does the thing do at the bottom, the charge up ability? It doesn't say. Yeah, it doesn't say what it does. Doesn't like charge it up or anything. Does it do damage over time? I don't.
Oh, did I break you?
I'm not gonna say it.
Double kill!
I'm not gonna say it. I want to say it, but I'm not gonna say it. Alright, and then her ult.
You expected less? Double kill!
Alright, how long does it last?
Some uninvited guests.
So it lasts only 6 seconds.
You were outclassed.
What's the max range on it? Let's start with 20. Okay, so let's go again. So 20 meters, 30. Okay, so 25 meters.
Deserved that, dear.
All right, so 25 meters is the maximum range for it, which is honestly not too bad.
Look who's here.
Yeah, and unlike Scarlet Witch,
Forgotten.
unlike Scarlet Witch's primary fire, you actually have to aim this. So it's a little more like Cloaks, where, like, when you get it, you as long as you stay in its general area, it's fine. But you do have to aim.
You were beneath me.
Oh, this is new. How did I miss this? It's a Krakoa portal. Oh, so it just takes you. So it just takes you down here. How far away can you have the portal? Not the portal, the shield. Like, does it just stay where it is? Like, what's the max range you could be far away from it? Let's test that. Like, can you just keep that up there?
Some uninvited guests.
Wow, you can just keep your shield all the way over there. So, like, if you need to protect something, you could just do that and then just walk away. That's actually insane. I think Emma Frost is definitely going to be like a great defense duelist with some amazing offensive capabilities. So, yeah, that's pretty much Emma Frost in a nutshell. Thank you all so much for watching this character breakdown. Thank you again for Marvel Rivals for giving this amazing opportunity to have early access to Season 2. Once again, Season 2 will be available for everyone on April 11th. Hope you enjoyed the video. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace out.
Some uninvited guests.
God, I want her to crush my head with her thighs.